Hi everyone, welcome back to Tamara Talks Tarot. Happy August 1st. I'm using my own deck that I've made to do a month ahead reading. So this is basically going to be asking the universe what energies are at play for the month of August. It's a big deck because I've combined both a tarot deck and oracle in one. And here we go. Let's see what the collective needs to know for the month of August. What is in store for the month of August? Jealousy, envy, okay. Interesting. Is somebody getting all the attention and it's not you? Or does somebody have something or someone that you want? Or, I look at jealousy as more possessions, like you want what someone has, whereas envy is more, I think, between people, relationships. But I called it jealousy, but it could be either or, interchangeable, I guess. Okay, let's see what else. August. What does this jealousy card represent for the month of August? What does this? Queen of Coins. Okay, so she is somebody who is quite self-sufficient, financially independent. She can take care of herself. She doesn't need anyone else to help her do so. Could somebody be envious of someone in that position? Interesting. Maybe somebody who wears nice clothing, who seems to have it all together. You never really know what goes on behind the scene, right? Behind closed doors. People may appear a certain way, but that doesn't mean that that's what the reality is. And as I'm talking about that, 5 of Cups. Oh no. Disappointment. Maybe somebody who seemingly had it all together. Something fell apart somewhere. Let's get some more insight. I'm sorry, guys. This is not for everyone, but this might be for a few. 9 of Coins. I think somebody's broken away from something, or maybe a relationship's ended. I'm not sure. The 9 of Cups, sorry. The 9 of Coins, the 9 of Pentacles, that's about independence. That's about relying on oneself for monetary means, for monetary gain. Okay, this is about enjoying what you have, reaping the rewards of all your efforts, all of your hard work, which goes really well with the Queen of Coins. Maybe you've had to put work first, and so that has caused some friction within a relationship. Maybe your partner has been a bit jealous or envious of you getting ahead or becoming more successful or accomplishing everything you had set out to accomplish. Maybe you're just more evolved in some way and this person isn't evolved enough, and so they're not able to handle it. They don't know how, and so maybe they couldn't, right? And it's left you or the surrounding energy in a bit of a forlorn state. Interesting. Tell me more, please, about this reading. Loyalty. So, interestingly enough, the Queen of Coins, I call the Pentacles coins in this deck. She is an extremely loyal energy. Okay, very loyal, and very grounded and secure within herself. Okay, confident, self-assured, and basically somebody who's like the boss lady. So I feel like it could be someone else who looked at her or him or this energy as threatening or something that made them feel less than because of their own inner issues. Or it could be that this was a facade that has been now dismantled somehow because something very deep, very unyielding, emotionally painful has happened. And maybe this whole persona has kind of unraveled or crumbled or come apart somehow. Take it as it resonates if it does. Okay, big transformations. Huge transformation. So tell me more, please, about this transformation in the month of August. Oh my, Three of Swords, loss, sorrow, a breakdown in communication, could be the interference of a third party. Four of Swords comes right after the three, right? So after all that, you need the rest. You need the break. And wow, there's definitely something that's been emotionally taxing, mentally taxing. Okay, you have the Five of Cups, absolute disappointment. You're focusing more on what's been spilt over rather than what's still left, depending on the representation of the deck. Now, of course, this is completely non-traditional looking. I just put together my own designs, not mine, but from the internet. And I just thought she embodied that energy so well. And yeah, the Three of Swords, something got in the middle, something sabotaged or something, yeah, got in the way, something kind of severed that togetherness of some kind, whether it's your, like this energy having their shit together, essentially, or two people together. I'm not sure how that may apply to, your life in your life, but you need rest. You need mental recuperation. This whole situation is making you feel sick to your stomach, right? Maybe somebody was disloyal, was dishonest, wasn't being truthful, okay? You value loyalty. You value hard work. You value consistency and commitment, right? You uphold all of those beautiful things. You're fine on your own. I mean, you can handle being on your own. You're independent. You are comfortable in your own skin. But there is this sort of underlying shadow aspect, right? Jealousy, envy, one of the 7 deadly sins. There's a huge transformation. So something has transpired, something that's brought about a lot of emotional discord. Okay, tell me more, please, about all of this emotional, oh my gosh, 9 of Cups. Interesting. Maybe something was overdone, something in excess, something that, you got too much of a good thing and you didn't know how to say no. You didn't know how to stop. Could that have been something that took part in any of this, that sabotaged certain aspects of this situation? Possibly. I don't know. The 9 of Cups is the wish card. It comes with a fair warning, though. Be careful what you wish for. It could very well come true. You might think in the moment this is what you really want. And then if you get it, you have it. It may not be what you want anymore. And it may come at a time when, it typically doesn't come in the moment when you want it. It'll come when it's meant for you, if it is meant for you. And it could look super adorable, but it could have caused a lot of problems, a lot of issues within a relationship, within oneself. More clarity, please, as to what the 5 of Cups, the Sun, light was shed on this situation. Full-blown transparency and clarity have come to light. Create. Okay, interesting. I feel like we can create from pain. Some of the best artists, musicians, they croon out their most heartfelt hurt and pain through their music, right? They just pour it into their work. You need to create to heal. I need more cards, please. I'm sorry if this isn't the most uplifting reading, unfortunately. Like, I never know what's going to come through, but somebody out there needed to hear this. So what advice can we give to them who possibly has been going through some kind of downward spiral or some kind of, I don't want to say breakdown, but possibly a mental breakdown? Maybe they just were taking on too much. I mean, the Queen of Coins is a very hard worker. Maybe she needed to delegate more, and maybe she was just taking on too much because she felt like she could do it better. Some of us are perfectionists, and we'd rather entrust ourselves doing this, that, and the other than allowing or giving our control over to someone else, right? Sometimes we need to have that control for our own sense of self and sanity. Okay, any advice for this person, please, universe, who's going through this situation? The King of Wands. You need to be the ringleader. Take the reins. It's a funny King of Wands I've chosen, but I just love this very extravagant looking, or what's the word I'm trying to think of? Extreme, or the word's not coming to mind right now. When somebody acts very flamboyant, and it'll come to mind. If it does, it does. But yeah, the like, you need to own own who you are, get on with the show, be dramatic, be theatric, be whatever you want to be, whatever you need to be to help you create, because the King of Wands is the biggest visionary, I think, of the deck, of the tarot. Sorry. I mean, I also think the King of Swords is, as these great visionaries, they can already see how things are going to come together. And it might have been a blip on the radar in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't feel that way in the moment. And I'm not saying that to sound insensitive, but for a King of Wands, it's like, on with the show. The show must go on, things must continue. So I think it's important to nurture your mind and listen to your body and really take care of yourself, because if you are feeling a lot of pain, a lot of emotional pain, you have to cry, let it out, write it, paint it, dance it out, like whatever it takes just to release. You need to release in order to let go, to move on, to forgive. It doesn't mean you forget. Wow. Okay. Any more cards, please, to close out this reading? Instincts. Your instincts will always serve you well. They will always be your beacon of light that will guide you through times of darkness. The King of Wands has fantastic instincts. Fantastic. Now, this could be yourself, or this could be somebody who comes into your life, somebody who has something to offer you, to really help get you off your feet again. Oh my gosh, High Priestess, because I was just talking about instincts, and then the High Priestess comes out, who's all about instincts, right? Intuition. So nurture yourself, nurture that inner voice, that instinct, or those instincts, that intuition, and make sure that you listen to yourself. Yourself is going to be what guides you through this chaotic kind of situation. Yeah, I think that's it. At the bottom, Seven of Wands, confront your fears, have the courage to stand up for your beliefs. Okay? Do not back down. The Queen of Coins does not back down. The King of Wands does not back down. Whatever has hurt you, whatever has brought you down or made you feel weak, you are not weak. Emotions do not make you feel weak. They give you a sense of strength, because you can confront them. You can embody them. You can, embrace them. So it's important to admit these things, to be honest and truthful with yourself. And look how she's also a performer, right? So she's performing, and then the King of Wands is performing, and we have a card, create. So are you a performer? Do you go up on stage, behind the camera, in whatever capacity that may be? You are somebody who is unabashed, or somebody who is, I think, what others seek after, or you are sought after. And this could cause a bit of jealousy or envy at times, because you're like the full package. You have it all. You have so much to offer. So this is an interesting reading. Please do let me know if it resonates with anyone out there. And thank you so much for watching and listening. The month of August looks interesting, but it does look like you are back on your feet, that whatever you've gone through or have been going through, or I feel like might go through, you're going to prevail. Okay? Thanks, guys.